What's up guys, good to season 2 of the Derby career mode, and this episode we're going to bring in some players because obviously we're in the summer transfer window and we need to bring in a lot of players if we are going to push in this league. And I think the target for this season is mid-season finish, and I think with these players, they're on the screen right now, the shortlist players that we do have, I think they will help the side get to that like 12th, maybe in 10th place in the league. And obviously the players that we do sign are going to be very valuable, and the players that we desperately need, because at the moment we've got Lee Grant and we definitely need this Matthew Ryan guy because he has got a lot of potential and he is only 22, so obviously he's got a lot of potential obviously, so he's going to be a very useful player. And Jason Shackle, we haven't really got that many centre backs, and yeah, I know he is about 30, but he is quite a decent centre back and he will be a useful signing. And obviously Jake Livermore is quite expensive, so we are trying to lower his wage budget and we're trying to sign some of the players that you guys suggested: Jack Grealish, Galore and Ryan of course, and Jason Shackle. So all these players that I am signing are your choice. So we're going to bring in our first signing, and it is the goalkeeper Matthew Ryan, a very valuable player, obviously being 22. He's got a lot of potential and he will be a great signing for the club. And our second player is Ben Glasgow. We're going to try and loan him in as we don't really have that many fullbacks, and we're going to try and get Bard Finn again because he is actually really useful, coming off the bench occasionally and getting the important goals in the game. And then we're just doing up Grealish and Shackle's contracts. I was trying to lower Shackle's like wage per week because he is getting on a bit, but obviously he wants that 15,000 a week, and 15,000 isn't that bad. So we're bringing Caroli and Wilson and in Bard and Shackle, so 4 signings all at once there. Kind of going really fast at the moment, but I just want to show all the important things because there is a lot to do on this episode, and I like to keep them short on the first season because it's always nice to just kick it off with a lot of signings and a couple of games. So we're going to go into our free agents and have a look at this player and this player because both of them will be very useful. We do actually sign them for like 3,000 a week just because we need to build up our midfield. I know they're only like 63 rated, but they're just there on the bench and we can occasionally use them in like a cup game or something that isn't really that important. And if a player ever gets injured, I hope we don't, because it will be a really big issue because we haven't really got that much on the bench. So unfortunately in the game against West Ham there didn't really much happen in this game. I think this is like the only highlight of the game, and we unfortunately gave away a penalty in the game. Really annoying when you do concede penalties because they like seem to go down really easily. Just unfortunately miss Matt Jarvis there, and we come against Matthew Ryan on his debut. Hopefully he can save it. If not, it's going to be very unfortunate in the game, obviously losing the first game. It's always nice to get a point or two on the board to kick off the season, and he does step up to the penalty. Andy Carroll does, and he does save it. A really good save from the brand new goalkeeper. I don't know if we should make him number 1. I think we should just leave it for Lee Grant for now, see until he ends off contract. And that was literally our best chance of the game, that goal there, that hit in the post there with Jamie Ward. So a little bit of an annoying game. Obviously 0-0s aren't the most interesting, so we're going to go into our next game against Newcastle, hoping we can develop a bit more. I'll change the formation to a 4-3-3 as we have signed quite a few wingers, and I think we do need to play a formation with wingers if we are going to like use our squad to the best of its potential. So again, we lose a concede a penalty there, and we unfortunately don't save that one. He goes straight down the middle and puts it away. And then we unfortunately concede a goal here in the 24th minute. I went downstairs to do something, came back, and I just wasn't that ready, and we conceded that goal in the game. And that is how the game does end. So we've at least got the point on the board, and Newcastle have got quite a few good players, so not too bothered. So we're going to change the formation to a 4-1-2-1-2 because it's got 2 wingers, 2 midfielders, and 2 strikers, and I think that'll be the best for our players that we do have at the club at the moment. So we're going to go into the game, and in the 60th minute of the match, Mahrez crosses it into the box, and Will Hughes with the diving header puts it into the back of the net against Manchester United. A very valuable goal in the game because it did see off the game with a win. So a very valuable win against United, and on world class, that is an absolutely fantastic performance from the players. And we are going to go again with that 4-1-2-1-2. I think it is our new formation now that we will be able to win games with. And in the game, in the 33rd minute, we do score that goal there with Chris Martin, a really nice volley into the back of the net to make it 1-0 against Chesterfield, and that was the only goal again. Maybe we just need a little bit more in the games, but still winning them by 1-0 is still going to do the work, and we are going to get the 3 points. So we're going to go into the next game against Swansea again with the 4-1-2-1-2, changing a couple of players around here and there and going into the game. And in the second minute of the match, we do actually get a goal here with Johnny Russell, and he's doing really well in this career mode. I think he's about 76 rated so far, and I think towards the end of the season he should be able to push towards that 80 mark, and that'd be really cool to get an 80 rated player in the Premier League. And obviously we can see that goal there. Poor defending from myself. I should have really just cleared it out and got it out, but nevertheless we go into the second half, and unfortunately again, poor defending. I should have just pushed him out with Shackle, but instead I backed off and Forsyth heads it into his own net. So a bit of a bad way to end off this episode, but nevertheless, we made quite a few signings. I think we made about 7 in the end, so that is really good to build up the side and obviously build towards a better team in the Premier League. So if you did enjoy this episode, it would be fantastic if you could smash the like button, subscribe if you're on your channel, and see you soon. Bye.